Time for us to head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason, and this is one of our frequent voicemailers, Ron Byer.
Wow, Dave, unbelievable. This year, above all years, I did not think after only Game 14 we would again have to start talking about what changes we must make for next year. A year of major disappointment. The second half of this game said it all. We were able to fight back from defeat to take the lead, but again could not make the final key play to finish it and had to taste the rotten taste of defeat again. And now we will have plenty of weeks ahead to give our opinion of what changes need to be made, and there are plenty of them. But until then, we have 3 weeks left to see what mental toughness and desire is in these players and this team to finish this season.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting when you look at this, Mac. So Nick Mullins makes play on 4th down. They score with 3:45 left in the game. They get an interception after that with 2:47 left in the game. And still, they're unable to win the game. At some point, it's guys that are on the field that have to come up and make a play to win a football game late in a game. Be it on sometimes it's on offense, sometimes it's on defense, and you know, we missed another field goal. There's plenty of, you know, it was a true team effort there.
Yeah, in all 3 phases of the game, the team failed. And let's just be honest, when it came to those last 3 minutes, it failed. And, you know, you have a kicker that's missed 6 of his last 11 kicks. You have a defense that, again, had to just go out and make a stop. And I know it's easier said than done, but at the same time, you didn't get it done. And that's the result that we see. Is it unfair to base the rest of that game where they played pretty well on that one drive? A little bit, but hey, guess what? It's a results-based industry. And on the offensive side, again, you didn't have that same type of aggressiveness that you came out in the second half with. And by the end of the game, you were already too far gone. And to be honest, this game was a microcosm of the rest of the season because there were so many times where this Browns team had a chance to win and could be completely in a different position than they are right now. But because of the fact that they weren't able to get the job done earlier in the season, now your backs are completely against the wall. It's now completely out of your hands whether or not you go to the playoffs or not. And looking at the way that this team has played, I'm concerned going into this next week. Now, going up against, you know, Green Bay, then going up on primetime against Pittsburgh and Ben Roethlisberger, quite possibly and hopefully, you know, the last matchup between the Browns and Ben Roethlisberger at this point, and then going up against a young team that is, to be honest, it comes off a little bit more hungry than the Cleveland Browns are right now, in the Cincinnati Bengals in the last week of the year, and quite frankly, could be bumped up to that Sunday night football game just because of the implications of that kind of a game. So looking at this is a lot that you can learn of this team going forward. But to be honest, this team should never have been in this position. And it's only because of those mistakes that you had earlier on in the season, compounding week after week after week, that have led to the Browns being in this position altogether.
Yep, 7-7 and 3 games left against teams that are still fighting. The Packers are going to be the champions of their division. They've already locked that up. It's trying to get the home seed and the #1 seed in the NFC.